For fun tips and cool information, tune in to healingtalks.com.
Now, when you exercise to win these races, how much, what's your regime like?
Depends on the duration of the event. Let's say I'm doing a 5K race that starts at 7 AM. I'll wake up at 6 AM, have a cup of water, and that's it. Do my race. As soon as my race is finished, which is about 17, 18 minutes for 5K, then I will have my quart of water, drink that, and then have about 1,000, 1,500 calorie fruit meal straight away. So within finishing the race, I've had a quart of water and 1,000, 1,500 calories with at least half an hour to finishing the race.
I see. So within a half hour to an hour window, something like that, right? And when you're doing a longer race?
Longer races generally start later in the day. So 2 o'clock bike race, and I'll have 2,000 calories in the morning before that, and then wait 3 hours. So stop eating at say 11 o'clock. And that way the food gets to digest, so you have a 3-hour window before you start your bike race.
Especially if it's fruit, it digests more quickly.
Fruit digests quickly, but you still need to leave time, because if you eat too much before a hard race, all your blood will be in your stomach and it won't be in your legs or your lungs. So you want to have a 3-hour gap between a hard race and your last meal.
Now when you do like a 24-hour, do you have something you take with you or something to keep you...
24-hour race is different. It's a good question. 24-hour race is different because the 24-hour race is a lot lower intensity. So you can, 24-hour race is so easy, you can talk the whole race. Because you're going at a 24-hour pace, which you have to maintain for the whole race. So you can talk a lot more, you can have a lot more food in your stomach, you don't have to wait. You can eat a big meal and jump back on the bike and keep riding because the intensity is so low in a 24-hour race. 24-hour race, basically I like to get 1 gram of carbs per kilo of body weight per hour. So for someone who's 65 kilos, that's around 65 grams of carbs per hour. And then that way you pretty much...
and what would satisfy that?
Dates, about 4 or 5 large dates. So in a 24-hour race, my favourite routine is just to have water and dates, and then maybe some fruit juice in there as well.
So on the hour roughly?
On the hour, probably generally half hour, or even a date every 15 minutes.
A date every 15 minutes, wow, okay. Is that what they call a speed date?
Yeah, speed dating. That's a good one. Speed dating.
And then when you're not racing at home, what kind of maintenance diet do you have?
Same, just like even on the computer or something, I still need to focus. Even like talking to you now, it's the same as when you're on the bike, you're focusing on the road, you're focusing on conditions. So I still eat a lot of calories even if I'm not racing or training. So it's the same for me.
Right, so on a given day you'd eat about how many calories?
3,500 is my minimum I like to get on average. Sometimes more.
And a banana, for example? Or
it's about 100 calories.
It's about 100.
Large banana, about 100 calories, so 30, 35 a day for bananas.
But so anything else that's higher?
Dates.
Dates, and that's like 150 or something?
100 grams. Per 100 grams, a date is about 320 calories. Per 100 grams, you've had a proportion. Banana, it's about 100 grams. The banana is about 100 calories.
Per gram?
Yeah, so what I don't do is just weigh my food. Now I can just eyeball it because I've done so much.
Because you've done it, yeah.
But I recommend people weigh their food by like a kitchen scale for $5 from a thrift store.
Right.
Peel your food, pick your food, then weigh it, and go, oh yeah, I can eyeball that. Yeah, so they're 1,000 calories, oh yeah. And then you understand that.
So 10 bananas, 1,000 calories.
Roughly, yeah.
And maybe 6 or 7 dates.
Yep. It's about 150 grams of carbs, 100 grams of carbs. It depends on the dates, because generally dates can be like little ones to big ones. Most bananas are about that big.
So if you have a bag full of dates, let's say, right, like this, it's probably what, 400 or 500?
Well, a 2 pound bag of dates will be about 3,000 calories.
Oh, wow. So it's quite big. So
it's good.
Yeah.
Dates are good because they're small, compact, you can stash them.
So it would be more important now during and after a race to get all those calories into you, right?
It depends how long the race is though. If it's a 10K running race, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, you don't need to eat.
You don't eat.
But if it's over the hour, if it's over an hour 20, you start to need to take in a bit of sugar. 1 gram of carbs per kilo body weight per hour, or if you're using the pound system, 0.5 of a gram.
Okay, so let's say I'm running a 15K, which is 9 miles, which takes me, because I'm not the fastest human being on earth.
Nobody is. Nobody's ever the fastest. There's always someone fast eventually, maybe tomorrow or next month.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how long does it take you?
So it takes me about an hour and a half.
Yep.
Right? And 63, whatever.
That's good.
And so I would take that second hour. I could take how many dates to satisfy?
I'd say around the 40-minute mark. You could start having a date every 10 minutes. Yeah, I'd be doing that.
All right, after the hour mark, a date every.
Or after the 40-minute mark.
Okay.
Because you're going for that hour and a half, then you can start getting in early.
Right. So about a halfway mark.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Or what you could do is even use fruit juice. Even. What I recommend people do is experiment in training first before you do it in race day.
That's a good idea. Well, you can experiment, I guess, on a treadmill if your stomach handles it nicely and so on.
But even then, the treadmill is going to be a different surface to the road because treadmill's a lot softer. So I'd recommend a specific
on the road.
Yeah.
I see.
You want to, like Lance Armstrong is famous for that. He'd do the reconnaissance trip where he would, you know, really study the terrain and work out what's going on. What you do on training is what you're going to do in race day, really. So I'd do that.
Now, in terms of having carbohydrates before a race, is that significant or not? Only if you, I guess, there's a long, if it's way in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So that,
Yeah, because if you wake up and do like a 7 a.m. race, you don't need to eat. If it's a marathon, yeah, have 150 grams of carbohydrates 2 or 3 hours beforehand, and work out how many grams that is for your favourite food.
Yeah. I wish I'd known this. Way back in the 80s, I did 4 marathons.
Yep.
When I was younger. So, and I'm about to do a half a marathon in September. So
Nice.
I'm going to try to get some dates.
Yeah, I mean, it's the basic template is, do you use pounds or kilos yourself?
Pounds.
Okay, so 5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight per day.
5 grams per pound
Body weight per day.
of body weight per day. Okay.
Work that out, what is your favourite food. If it's bananas or mangoes or...
Just to round it off, let's say I'm 150.
Yep.
So 5 grams times 150, right?
It's about 750.
750. So,
So that's about a kilo of a 2 pound bag of dates a day.
2 pound bag.
Or it's about a 2 pound bag of rice. Or it's about 35 bananas.
Okay.
So it's a lot of carbs.
It is a lot of
Which is good because then all of a sudden you don't want the greasy stuff no more. You know what I mean? You don't want to eat the stuff that's going to slow you down.
Yeah, of course.
So that's the secret. When athletes eat enough, then they won't want to jump. And then it's easy.
Yeah. Makes sense.
People say it might be a lot of carbs. It's like, yeah, but it's going to leave no room for your other junk.
Well, I have a little bit of flaxseed oil, mostly for brain health.
That's fine.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's not for athletic performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.